Good morning to another cold and snowy February morning in Yorkshire. No work today, no training today, no CBTs today, as it's snowing. It's not bad, but we don't really want to be taking people out to learn to ride in rubbish weather. So today we're going to be working a little bit on the R1. Got some parts we need to replace. Unfortunately, some idiot purchased a brand new Akrapovic exhaust and then decided to drop it on the off the paddock stand, and it caught and it put a right dent in the bottom of it. So being the tart that I am, it's done all of 200 miles and it's getting replaced, but we're also going to take the catalytic converter off. We're going to do a Decat. We're going to put a bar end, so brake guard on it for the track day. Not got the air filter as yet, but I just really want to see the difference in decibels it's going to make. Now, previously I had the MT10 with the same setup and it was quite loud. So we have got a separate dB killer, but I just wanted to quickly check what this is going to do to it. So I'll do a quick check in a moment, see what roughly the base level dBs are. Now, of course, I'm inside the lovely tidy garage, and I'm only going to be using me Apple Watch to check the dBs. So dB wise, it's not going to be accurate, but it will give me a fair representation of the difference between the standard setup, albeit with the Akrapovic end cam, which makes no difference, just the end cam, all the baffling's in the cat anyway. So we'll see what it's like with the end cam. Then I'm obviously going to change all the bits on it, and we'll see what it is again. So I'll be back to you shortly. The poor KTM sat outside under a cover. Not enough room in here for yeah, a few motorcycles. Anyway, right, okay, back to you shortly.
Right, so noise test 1. Get the bike up to about 4,000 RPM, as you would on a track day. Let's see what roughly we're like near the end of the exhaust. So we're registering about 100 decibels. It's not accurate, but I'll give you an example of what it sounds like now.
We'll just know I had already pre-warmed that up. So now we need to take the seat off, take the CCU unit off and the rear cowl off, take this off to get to the exhaust valve actuator under here. That's quite easy to do. Getting the cables out might be a little bit tricky because they're routed under here, they come down obviously into the cat here. We'll remove the cats, a few bolts underneath, not too much of a job to do. So replacing this end cam, replacing the cats, and then we'll come back and we'll see what it sounds like then, see what the decibels are looking like. About an hour or so later, it's not a very hard job to do, just a few bits and pieces to take off. I've left the seat off because I'm going to have to flip the tank up when the new air filter arrives. K&N's air filter for the 2020 onwards R1M is out of stock, so I've ended up with a different type that I've not used before, a Sprint, but hopefully they look pretty good. So I'm just looking at that little bit of oxidisation down there on the tank. So yeah, servo motors out, cabling's out. I've repositioned some of the electronics at the back and then used foam tape just to stick them back down, just make it a little bit neater. Down here, obviously these are bits that have come off, so the cat weighs a ton. All the cabling, the old new exhaust. I've not put the bar end weight on, unfortunately, because one, there's no instructions in the box. So I'm going to have to search around for the instructions online, because if I take this bar end weight out, the bit it screws into there is captive. It looks like I've got to drill it out. I'm not overly keen on drilling out an OEM part when I'm not sure I want to run with the bar brake protector on, unless I'm going on track days. So this very expensive carbon Gillies Giles brake guard may well be going back. I'm not starting to chop up bits of the bike. Why the heck it just can't fit onto the captive part of the R1 bars, I'm not so sure. Just need a longer bolt and a spacer. But this will not fit in there when the bar end weight is on, because there is no gap. I have to drill out the internals. So that may well be going back. So let's see how she sounds. We have got the baffle in there. Not fitted, but I just popped it in. I have started it up just to test the sound, and it's quite loud. So I've got a feeling that this removable baffle may well be staying in most of the time. So I'll pause it for a sec, I'll get it running, and you can see what it's going to sound like. Comparably, last time it was 100 decibels. Let's see what we're like without the baffle in. This is full Decat. Not changed the headers. I know there's some cats in the headers on these now, but they are titanium, so. Okay, yeah, I'm inside the garage. That was 111 decibels. So let's pop in the baffle. See how much difference that makes. I'm not going to fasten it in just yet. Hopefully it doesn't blow it out. Okay, 104. So a little bit nicer. It spits flames again. It's going to need obviously a remap now. It's going to need the ECU flashing to make sure it's not a little bit too lean. Certainly when I put the air filter in there. O2 sensors are kept in. I'm probably going to disable those when we get it reflashed, but I'll leave them in for now. They're not harming anything. So O2 sensors are back in. Don't think there's much else I need to do, as I say, other than get the air filter in there. And then bar ends or brake guard, we'll see what happens with that one, but once it's fitted I'll put a picture up. Alright guys, speak to you later, bye.